Hey everyone, AW coming back with another video. Just wanted to show off another project. First, let me give a shout out to Travis, the case guy. Actually got his video going in the background. I'm not sure if y'all will hear it. Hopefully it's not a distraction. I've got it low, but he has finished the Sea Dragon collection from Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and God, it's a good looking set. I just want to give him, props, and I guess congratulate him on finishing up the set. I wish I'd have gotten more. I guess in true fashion of it technically being Sunday, Soddy Sunday, I did happen to pick up the Sodbuster Jr. when they dropped, thankfully, because like he's saying, they're ridiculous in prices in the aftermarket right now. But I wish I'd have picked up a few more. Not necessarily the whole family, but I wish I'd have grabbed at least the folding hunter, because I would have definitely dubbed that the Dragon Hunter, and probably one of the Stockmans. But yeah, I wish I'd have gotten that hunter. But anyways, like I said, in true fashion of it being Soddy Sunday, I figured I'd show off a Sea Dragon. And this one's got some pretty good burn to it. I was pretty happy with the burn. I did have a few issues with this knife. We'll get to that in a second, but you can see on the back side, it actually still has the saw cut in the bone, so that's kind of cool. You don't see that in the front side. Front side, they're all pretty smooth. But yeah, the issue I had was the blade wobbled, and it's good now. But I had to peen it a little bit, so you can kind of see a little bit of denting on that front pin. But she's good now, and she is pretty. But yeah, I had to grab this one because I knew this was probably, like Travis was saying in his video, it's just I think he said it was the first one to sell out, and I think he's right. If I remember going back after I bought mine, I think this one was the first one sold out. But awesome knife. I know some people, they talk about case, and yeah, they got their issues, but look at those handles. And if you know how to fix the issues, I mean, if you're not looking for a pristine, safe queen, like I said, I just had to peen it just a little bit, tighten up that pin. Basically, you're just mushrooming it a little bit, and it tightens it, and got plenty of snap. You see it's pretty straight down the center, maybe favoring the show side just a tad, but that could be my lighting causing a shadow. But yeah, like I said, Soddy Sunday, and she rides in that. But like I said, I wanted to show off a new project. Everybody seemed to like the or not everybody, but everybody seemed to have good compliments on the holster sheath that I just posted. So I figured I'd show what I tried. This, of course, we'll get this out of the way. It is empty. But this is a Bond Arms. It's the roughneck version. And originally came in either 9mm or 45 not Magnum. I'm reading the barrel. 45 auto. This one has the 357 mag 38 special on it now, with the 3-inch barrel. The 9mm that I had on it, that was a 2.5-inch barrel. So I actually made this to fit both barrels. Now if I get a 3.5-inch or 4-inch barrel, then we might have to make another one. But I think the 3-inch barrel, I think, fits without changing to the oversized grips. And yeah, your pinky kind of hangs off, but it's a comfortable grip, and these are the rubber grips. But anyways, enough with the gun. Everybody knows about the Bond arms, and if you don't, there's plenty of review videos. This is a review on the holster. Sorry, my cat's trying to come in. Yeah, so I wanted to go with, again, the kind of Western kind of look, because this is kind of a Western style, modern Western style. But I wanted a kind of distressed look to it, so you can see it's got some little darker areas to it. Let me change my lighting around. Of course, we've got the bear stamp, and I did line it just to kind of give it a little bit of a style to it. And that line goes all the way around. It doesn't continue, it stops up in here in the corner. But yeah, it's got some nice little, wear points in it where you can see where some, I just love that about leather. I love all when you start getting the wearing, little stress color points. There's back here in the back. But yeah, it fits good. Excuse me. Fits in there good. I could wet mold this probably and get it to hold this without the hammer thong. But the hammer thong it adds to it, I think, and it's just extra stability or security, knowing that it's not going to fall out the holster. But you can just cinch it down with these if you really want it tight, but I keep it a little loose so I can kind of flip it off the edge. But the stitching, that came out really well. And I wanted to use the, kind of a colored stitching that would match the wear points that I knew would come in. But yeah, it, like I said, it fits really well. I have a pattern for this. If anybody likes this style, I have a pattern so I can make this exact. Like I said, well, we could get a 3.5-inch barrel probably would be just fine. You've got plenty of room in there. I would say you've got every bit of a 1/2 inch left in there. But it's nothing to add more to the leather when I'm making it. But like I said, this was made mainly for 3-inch and smaller 2.5-inch barrel. But like I said, I do have the stencil for it, and just like the holster for the knife sheath that I recently posted, I just make a tracing of the item, in this case the gun. We'll set this down. You can kind of see it lines up. I know I'm not directly overhead, but let's try it like this. So you make a tracing of the gun, and this of course is traced with the 2.5-inch barrel, so that's why the barrel doesn't line up. But anyways, like I said, you make a tracing just like this. I go ahead and sketch out, you know, what the style of the holster is that I'm looking for, or a sheath if it's a knife. And then I cut it out. I gave myself a little playroom over here, so when I cut it out of the leather, I could make sure everything fit and adjust. But yeah, like I said, I added a little bit more down here because I knew I would want something that would fit a 3-inch barrel. And then you have what would be the fold over belt loop, and I just kind of drew that. So yeah, you just make a stencil of it, boom, boom, boom. And I keep hitting this camera. I need to figure out a good deal with this camera, but yeah, you can kind of see how it kind of works. And cut it out. Add any designs that you need, dye it, and you got yourself a holster. And like I said, here I just drilled 2 holes, you know. I did that after the fact. I could have punched them if it was all still flat, but I ended up just drilling those holes in and adding the lanyard piece after I knew where the gun was going to sit in the holster. So that way, you know, because it loops on the inside here, but I wanted to make sure that it was going to clear the hinge for the barrel. And so, but yeah, so you see the hinge of the barrel sits, you know, in here. But yeah, hope you like it. Like I said, I wanted to kind of show that real quick, and also do a shout out to Travis. Like I said, Travis the knife guy, and show off my Sea Dragon Soddy Jr. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. Hope it wasn't too long. We're only 12.5 minutes, so hope you like what you see. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I love talking to y'all. The comments are cool, just to, you know, kind of get to know some of the people that are on YouTube, and I know not all of you have channels that you post things on, and that's cool. I was like that for the longest time. Just behind the scenes, just had a channel so I could save, you know, and like things, but it was mainly just to make a playlist and kind of save videos on how to fix things, and, you know, just whatever. But yeah, I had that for like 9 years before I started making any videos. So, but it's cool to get to know y'all and to talk to y'all, and to know that there's plenty, which I already know, but there are plenty of like-minded people out there that just like to play with knives and firearms and leather and, you know, all that good stuff. So again, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it, and I will talk to you next time. See y'all later.